Hello, everybody. I'm Slice. Welcome to my laboratory. Episode 46 of All the Mods 8. Today, we're playing Mad Scientist. Alright, so at the end of last episode, I was working on finishing up the crafting for 2 items for the star. And right before I started recording this, I tried my best to get all of it. This one, I can do. Now the other one, I think I may have to wait. Just wait. Well, okay game. I didn't mean wait that long. Come on now. So this one, I need a lot more silicon. So I need to figure out a better way for that. And it says that I need a lot more nether quartz. So I need to figure out a better way for that. I don't have that yet. I was planning on working on getting some bees for silicon. And some bees for nether stuff. So that'll have to be on pause, at least for the moment. How is this going to do? What is this actually waiting on? I'm going to assume this. Because the rest of this is pretty easy crafting. Oh, it's actually doing the solar. Okay. Well, while that's doing its thing, I started overhauling one of our compact machines before. This was originally set up for farming villagers. I removed them, and I've changed it. So in here, we have a little bit of a setup. I plan on putting one reactor here and one right there, and it should fill out kind of nice. Oop, that's... Darn it. All right, attempt number 3. There. All right, so if you just picture another reactor over there, because it'll be fusion and fission, right? With the energy... Maybe? Oh, yeah. So the inputs and the outputs will be at the front, which means I'll be able to pipe them from right there. So this is actually lifted a little bit. I had some advanced wireless block chargers chilling here. These can do up to 200 RF per machine, I believe it is. Or is it per tick? Hold on. Per block. 200 RF per block. So together that's 400, that's 400. And the idea is to have the other chem machines that aren't ginormous to just be chilling here. And maybe I can run some pattern providers or interfaces behind them without any wires. Any wires for power anyway. I will have to run cables, but I can then, use some facades to hide them. And the thing that I was going to use for doing the ether gas, I decided to use for here. Right? So we have a little bit of a setup to work with. Let's clear this. Okay, but we have to get tungsten. And I was looking about, and one of the easiest ways to get tungsten is actually through nether dust. If you use nether dust in a dissolver, it has a 100% chance to give you all of this. And I have a lot of netherite to be able to make netherite dust. And all that is crushing it. So it's really easy. But that requires us to have these machines up and running, right? Now, I don't know if there's a fourth one. A fourth one would be amazing. Okay, then. Well, let's see if we can do this instead. Can I put that? No. Where did that just go? I have no clue where that went. Okay, so I can't actually put it there. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I was trying to make this to be a shelf. I will figure that out because I actually really want something like that. I don't think that these things can overlap. No. And I can't place the floorboard. What is the point of this if I can't place it? All right. I'll have to figure something out for that. But for now, I will just kind of leave them kind of here. So does this not get power wirelessly? Or open recipe selection? Well, that's kind of neat. Let's actually maybe turn this around. No, can I not turn you around? Is it forced? It looks to be forced. What if I do it at different sides? Nope, it seems to be forced. That is fine. Right, and then we can do maybe the dissolver over here. This guy is going to get used a lot, and this doesn't look like it's actually getting power. Does this not work with it? Okay, those are giving power to something. They are block chargers. It's not giving power to this, is it? Well, that's just something to figure out. Right now it's not showing any power in here, though. That's kind of interesting. Okay, let's temporarily run some power then. Just to see if maybe these things just can't work with it. Yeah, see now it has power. So if we grab something like stone, and put that in there, this will start making stuff. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. I do need silicon dioxide for something. All right, so let's see. What is our goal? Our goal is to be able to get lithium. Lithium will come from a hydrogen-helium mixture. Helium comes from hydrogen. So one of our main goals is hydrogen. Hydrogen comes from dissolving numerous things, one of which is water. And water you can get from doing ice. So actually, let's stop this for a moment. Actually, no, let's just do one more. There we go. And we can grab some ice. Now, packed ice. Will it do packed ice? Wow. That's a lot of water. I guess I don't need a whole lot of... That's a lot more than I was thinking I would get. All right, let's just do one more to even it out. Anyway, hydrogen comes from being able to dissolve a water. Is that? Nope, that wasn't it. Nope. There we go. So if we now dissolve water, we get oxygen and hydrogen times 2. Right? So if we just go blop, this should give us a lot of what we need. Right? So that's going to keep running for a little while. And in the compactor, we can get... Is this where the tungsten comes into play? Yeah, so compacting tungsten will work. But the goal is actually to get the tungsten out of the dissolver. So what we want is, this is where the netherite dust comes into play. Okay, so let's actually go grab some of that. I don't actually know how much we're going to need, so I'm just going to do 16 for the moment. Right. Then that'll go in. We can grab it out of here. One more. There we go. See, this is going nicely. Can I speed this up? Let's find out. The answer is yes, you can. Now, I know that there's a better way to probably do this that isn't time in a bottle. There's like a wand, a magical wand that you can do. Oh, right. That's going to consume... Okay, this is going to get rather full rather quickly. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through and make sure that I can get all of these real quick, so that way we have a lot to work with. And I'll cut back for some more interesting stuff. All right, I went through and did all of the stuff for the dissolver real quick, and I hooked up these other two. And I did throw in a tungsten just to see how it goes. So let's actually go through this, because this will be pretty quick. This should give us a full stack of tungsten. And this gets smelted into tungsten bars. So now if we drop that in there, we now have tungsten in the system. There it is. And that's not really a process I'm going to want to keep doing. So I'll probably make a seed. Did I save a seed over here? No. Oh, it doesn't have a seed. I thought it did. Am I wrong? I swear I saw one. It does have a B. What does it take for B? Ender bee and a coal bee. I don't know if I have a coal bee, but I have an ender bee. Maybe. For now, I don't necessarily... Oh, you know what? I am going to need a lot more of that, because this glass and the fusion core require a bunch of it. So I need, I think, 3 of those. Okay, so I'm going to need 3 fusion or fission cores as well. But the fusion does require 3 of those. And that's my goal. So let's concentrate on that as opposed to not. This is what I needed the reactor glass for. Or sorry, this is what I needed the silicon dioxide for. Right? And I believe that's what I got. Yeah. So I actually need more of this. which I can get from the stone. So I do need to put stone back in there. And the other thing that I need is lead. Lead is actually pretty easy. I think it's just... Oh, maybe it's not as easy as I thought it was. I thought you could just put lead in there and it'll dissolve it. That's even more interesting. Lead carbonate. That's pretty involved, I feel like. Litharge or massicot. This compound is used extensively in lead glass. Okay. Compactor. Nope. Nope. What would be the point of doing lead oxide dust? I guess just to compact it? So you can store more of it? It does seem like that's what's going to have to happen. So I guess I need to figure out lead oxide. Now, I messed around with setting up some auto crafting, and it turns out that this thing does not accept item input from the side or from the bottom. It requires it to go through the top and export from the bottom, and then energy can be any of the sides, it seems. So I have to import into the top, which ends up making this a little bit janky. So I'm going to have to reconfigure my entire setup to make this work the way I want it to work. But for now, I'm just going to kind of keep it here. I did do... I did this lead one, which I'm about to use, this water one, and then the silicon one. Now, I'm already getting a lot of oxygen, so I don't need to worry about that. But the lead is going to be important. So if we do this, right, and we just do one, it's going to pull one block, and it's going to make 432, bam. And then this will suck it into the system. I can speed that up with a filter card. But for now, that's working. So that while that's working, we can get the next part set up, which is actually going to be the combiner. Now, I'm going to kind of sort of copy what I did over here just to get it going. But again, I'm going to come back in here and kind of fix it. Right? So we're going to have... Nope, that's going to be a chest. All right, chest there, and then we can do pull out of there. Okay, so energy can go back right there. And then I need an interface right there, and we do both of those. And then I think that's actually good to go. Let's try it. We're going to need, I think it's, oh yeah, it's the oxide. I don't know, let's go with 64. I do have that, and I do have that, so let's start it and see how it goes. So that's something I'm going to want to do, is make sure that that can speed up so that way it can push all of it into here at once. You know, while that's doing it, let's actually grab some upgrades. Okay, so that's now doing a thing. Right, and I have to pull out. Oh, right. Oh, right. That's... Forgot I had to do that. Then we can do that. pulling that way, and we need to fix the power before it runs out. Bam. Now that's working. Okay, so we have lead oxide now doing a thing. So let's go ahead and speed that up real quick. And then we can call for the reactor glass. I don't recall offhand how much I actually need for that. Let's see, reactor glass. Wait, what? How much does it take? 1 lead oxide versus that. So I should be able to do 64. And it does say it's available. And there's some reactor glass. All right, so how much do I need for this? That's more than enough. So let's go ahead and actually place this down. Okay. And we do have a decent amount of stuff already made up. So let's grab the energy ports and whatnot. Let's see, output. That's input, energy, output, energy, which means this is input, which means that's a fusion chamber controller. Okay, so it goes right there. Good. All right, grab the glass. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's grab the casing. Oh, wait. Is there more casing needed? No. I have just barely enough. So I believe this is actually basically all ground. Now, I know that that says that it doesn't like that being there. I believe that block has to be filled. So let's go over here. This little 3D depiction of it really helps people understand what it's supposed to be. I'm missing some somewhere. All right, I'll figure that out in a moment. Let's grab these guys. 1, 2, and 3. And then more glass. Does it really not want me to have that there? Or is this actually working? Okay, it is a reactor, and it does not like the fact that that's there. So let's go ahead and go in here and turn that off. Let's actually... No, I will worry about that one later. So here we have an input, we have energy, and then we have an output. All right, so let's grab... This was for lithium. So in the fusion controller, it wants hydrogen and helium. We still need to make helium. So how do we do that? That is going to be... Wait a minute. I know I saw a recipe to make helium before. I could just try and get blitz powder. But I know that there was a recipe for getting helium. All right, fusion. Okay, so I don't know if a pattern provider can actually go here or not. but why not? Let's try it. Which means we're going to need a pattern. And while we're there, we can also grab the lithium pattern. Okay, so fusion, grab that, and then we can do the lithium in there. Now, I'm curious if this is going to work. So let's grab a chest and plop it there. And we can do, you know what, let's just grab a point for energy right now. I don't feel like running the cable. I feel like this Nexium emitter might have got stuck, so I might have to look into that. I've just been letting it run. All right, so helium and that. Let's grab helium. Oh, right. I kind of need to attach that. Good job. Okay, so that's hooked up. Now let's try it. Helium is there. Let's just do one and see what it does. Okay, so put it into the same slot. That's interesting. Okay, so let's actually put that through there, and then we can do lithium. Let's see if this will push it into... Okay, it does push it into separate slots there. And there's lithium. And lithium, I need 16 to make lithium dust. So let's see if we can... Oh, right. Let's put that in there. Let's do... Grab it out, and then we can grab maybe 15, and let's see what it does. So it's going to put it all in the same slot. I wonder why that is. Enable auto balance. Okay, I guess that's probably actually going to fix the problem right there. I'm going to need a lot more lithium dust than just that one, because it is actually a lot more. So that the auto balance is quite good. This is kind of slow as well. And I noticed it's not outputting. That's interesting. Can I maybe... Okay, so it does connect. It is pulling out, which means it's going to work in here for doing that. Yep, and there it goes. It pulls in for the lithium. And it's pulling the lithium out. And it's counting in here. Fantastic. So that is now auto craftable. It is a little bit of a mess, so I will have to clean it up. I got to think about how I want to actually do that. I do like the idea of just having the pattern provider straight on there. So that's good. I am curious, can I access these from underneath? I can see it. I don't know if I'll be able to interact with it. I might try that once this is actually done doing its thing. So our goal today was to make lithium dust for specifically making the wither compass. Now, this compass wither. Oh, do I not have a thing for it? I don't know how I don't have a thing for it. My pattern providers here are getting quite full, so this is actually going to get a little bit... there we go. It's Wither's Compass. All right, so this actually still needs a lot of lithium dust. Oh, man, that's going to take a minute. Please excuse the mess. I actually need another pattern provider. This we're setting up right now is the compacting for the dust. So now that is set up for that. I need some energy. Such a mess. I really wish those wireless ones were working. Now I don't know how this one's going to actually react for items in the side, because it looks completely different from the other ones. Like that one and that one over there have the little blue part, which I'm assuming is energy. I'm not sure. But let's try it. So pull out of there, and then we can do a setup for that. Nope. That needs to be there. All right. So this should be set up to make dust. Let's actually refine that. And let's just make one and see what happens. Okay, so it will accept it from the side. That's good. And it gets pulled out, and we have it in our system. So now here's the kicker. Wow. I'm gonna need a lot more hydrogen. And I don't have hydrogen automatically set up. So let's actually take a look at hydrogen real quick and see what we can get. In the dissolver, is there anything that specifically gives us only hydrogen? I mean, I guess technically I could do oxygen as well, which means water. Because I do need oxygen for the lead oxide. Okay, I'm going to go grab that real quick. All right, we have... Wait, we already have it in there. Oh, wait, no. That is taking... Right, okay. So now if we do the wither compass, it should... Okay. Let's go repair. Okay, so all I did here was in the pattern provider encoder, the pattern encoder rather, I just used the button that says flip the outputs. So hopefully it will consider the hydrogen being the main one. So it now says that I should be able to complete this. So the kicker that I was talking about, look at how much lithium dust we need. Man, that's going to take forever. But it is now auto-craftable. And we should start seeing stuff happen. So while that's doing that, let's actually speed that up. Let's go with this. And then we can actually craft some more of these. I don't have that auto craftable. Let's do 3. Yep, my computer is definitely slowing down today. All right, so that'll pull out quicker. Yeah, I don't know if the lag is coming through on the screen, but every couple of seconds it like stalls. Minecraft's been up and running quite a bit. I've gone in and out of dimensions pretty crazily today. Don't need reactor glass in there anymore. So I guess this is just going to take a moment to do its thing. Wonder why there's water there. All right, well, this is going to be a process. Let's, I will cut back once it's actually done processing, because that's going to take a while. All right, as you can see by this status, it's got numerous hours left to do its thing, and the time just keeps increasing. The helium and the hydrogen are really going to be quite slow in this process. Okay, unless I tick accelerate. And the only tick acceleration that I have available to me at the moment is this. I know, what is it, roots? One of these staffs or wands or something, oh, I think something to do with roots here, allows me to tick accelerate. I haven't really looked into it. I know that it's like a permanent kind of tick acceleration. So I may look into that for future-proofing the speed of this. But for now, I'm just going to let that go. We do have something to put into the star, though. We have our Nexium emitter completed. It is now there. Now we're waiting on the wither compass and the improbable. This requires me to have a lot more. This, like I said earlier, this requires me to have a lot more nether quartz and maybe some Certus quartz. So I need to figure out ways to increase production on that, because that's going to take a really long time. So this has a large process ahead of it still, which is fine. Now, the other parts are this philosopher's fuel. And hold on here. Didn't I have a dragon soul? Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. What goes there? Oblivion shard. Wait a minute. Something's not right here. Goes Oblivion shard. Oh, that's what it is. The pulsating black hole. So that's going to be something to do. Philosopher's Stone is probably going to be next. So I have almost nothing started for the pulsating black hole. Philosopher's Stone is kind of like maybe a third-ish. I just need to fix where this is going. There. Wither's compass goes there. Improbable goes there, Philosopher's there, and the black hole there. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. We're going to leave it here. If you enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like on it and sharing with your friends. Don't forget to click that subscribe button for future videos, and to stay up to date, check the links below so that way you can follow on your preferred platform. Don't forget about that Discord. Please join it. I'd love to hang out with you. I love to chat. Please drop a comment. Thanks for chilling.